Yeah, my name's Anthony Chavez, Anthonychavez. I'm 26 years old, and currently I am serving in Alameda County with the Office of Education as a special guest presenter. And I also work and I help out the Cesar Chavez Foundation, and there I also work as a spokesman and go out and represent the family and the foundation at different community events around California and the nation.
How does the recognition of your grandfather's legacy through the naming of the school impact our Latino community in the present and in the future?
Well, I think presently at this moment, as we see the Latino community's clout really coming into to its own and realizing the power there, I think it's really important to have a school named after a leader that the Latino community can look up to and that can inspire them to go out and to aspire, to dream big and to do all that they can, not only for themselves but for their communities. So it's a tremendous honor to be here in the state-of-the-art facility that's dedicated to the passion of learning for a lifetime and really dedicated to going out and remembering, as my grandfather said, the end of all education should surely be service to others.
Your grandfather's grassroots connection with the Pacific Northwest are now widely known. Can you expand a little bit on those connections he had with Latino organizations in Oregon?
Well, I don't know the history very well, but what I do know is that Cipriano Ferral, he grew up actually in Delano, and he was around when the movement was happening. He knows my aunts and uncles and is a good friend of the movement, and so he was there and he had been working, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I guess he moved up to Oregon, and when he got to Oregon he saw that the same exact thing was happening in Oregon as was happening in California. And he just realized right away what his calling was, what his mission was now being in Oregon. And was going out and was creating this new association to represent the workers and to empower the community members. And so I just think that it's really neat that they were inspired again by the idea of the farm workers movement, knowing that you had to do more than just take care of working hours and conditions and pay. You actually had to go out and work with people in the community, helping them to get the services that they needed to make sure that they could fully maximize the opportunities in front of them.
You mentioned your grandfather's deep devotion to education and self-advancement through education. Does the opening of this school named after your grandfather embody those learning principles?
I think absolutely. I think it absolutely embodies all of those principles of lifelong learning. And I think what's great is that the perfect example is in the teachers. The teachers themselves are also students, and they show their own students and their children that we will always be lifelong learners, and we will always be trying to grow and improve and to build our capacity to serve others. So I think it's wonderful. You see it from top down that everybody is a student and a lifelong learner. We always have room for growth and improvement. And I think that's really a wonderful mission to inspire this value of lifelong learning. And also the learning that doesn't just take place in the classroom, the learning that takes place in our communities, by really being out there, filling into the situations that we're experiencing and learning how to navigate them together for everybody's improvement.
What is one lesson that you learned from your grandfather's legacy that you would like to share with other Latinos?
I think because I've pretty much only been a student in my life, I think the most important thing that I've recognized from my tata and from all the other people in the movement is just like he said, the end of all education should surely be service to others. Because what a waste if all of that knowledge, all of that wisdom, all of that insight and experience were to come to us and to stop there, and we weren't to pass on all of those teachings and those lessons and to share them in our communities for the generations to come.
Hello parents and students, this is the last call for the bus. We will be leaving